James with Creative Audio. Today we're going to be doing an introduction and overview of the new MediaMaster 55 series from JL Audio. JL Audio has added on to their MediaMaster line of source units, but let's look at the family as a whole. So first thing you're going to notice is that we've got 3 different source units out here. They're going to fit different applications, and there's going to be a MediaMaster that fits your needs for your vessel or your UTV, depending on what kind of output you need. So of course they've got their flagship series that they've had in the lineup, the 105. This is going to have the larger display. It's going to have 4-zone control. This does not have built-in power, but it has 4 volts of signal to go out to your amplifiers and a dedicated sub-control on each one of those zones. All the units, as you can see, come with the cover if they've got a display. When you look at the 105, this is going to be the larger footprint out of all the units. JL has taken note of that and realized, like in UTVs and some vessels, that dash space is going to be limited and you're not going to have the availability to put such a large screen there. That's going to be where they've added the 55. So the 55 still has the color display. It's a little bit smaller display, but smaller mounting depth, still has the 3 zones of control, has dedicated sub output, has the 4-volt output so you can get plenty of power to your amplifiers, but it also has built-in power. So if you're using this in a UTV, in a RZR, in your general, and you don't want to run amplifiers, this actually has built-in power to run those speakers. Or if a bay boat, something along those lines where you don't necessarily need an amplifier or you're not sure if you're going to need one initially, this has built-in power to be able to run that. If that space on the dash is going to be very limited, that's going to be where you're going to find something like the HR to come into play. So this is going to have all the same feature set as the 55. Again, just stair-stepping through the lineup, this does not have a display. So in that application, this is going to be where you're going to either use their app or one of their wired remotes or control through your NEMA network, but you won't have to have a display. So some dashes, it's going to be a little overkill to have multiple radios or multiple controls out there, or just there isn't the real estate for it. That's going to be where the flexibility that the HR is really going to come into play. So depending on your vessel and how you're going to be using it, there is going to be a MediaMaster that's going to fit that need. So you've got, the flagship piece, the expandable, or the hideaway, depending on how you're going to be doing that connection and depending on what remotes you're going to be using or pairing with it. This is really going to open up that dash, give you the control that you're used to, and that great JL Audio sound quality that we've come to expect. So you've got your MediaMaster. Now how do you control it? As you can see, we've got a wide variety of options. JL Audio's set these up to have the connectivity with several different options, and you can do it in more than one way depending on your application. So first thing we're gonna notice is that they've got their new Bluetooth wireless remote. So this is gonna connect to the unit itself and gonna be Bluetooth wireless. You can have more than one of these paired to your MediaMaster. So if you're not looking for something that is gonna operate off Bluetooth, they do offer another wireless remote. It's gonna be the 11. What the 11 is going to do is this is going to actually connect to the remote output on the back of the unit with a dongle, and then you're going to control it from this keypad itself. So another wireless remote, but it's not going to be based off of Bluetooth, so you don't have to worry about connectivity and things like that. So options if you don't want to go with a wireless remote or you want to add a wired remote, that's where we go to the MMR20BE. So what you're going to notice on this is that this is going to have the round standard traditional style wired remote for your source unit. It's going to have no display, but it's going to have an LED indicating what source you're going to be on. This is going to connect to the remote cabling on the back of the unit with various lengths of cable. They offer a 6-foot and a 25-foot. So, and you can pair more than one of these to your unit and have them located different places within your vessel. So another thing, if you want to have that display, you've got the MMR40. What this is going to do is this is going to have the color screen with the volume control, all the same features that you're going to be familiar with on your MediaMaster unit, but it's going to be in a smaller mounting location, and then that's going to be a wired remote. If you're trying to connect to your MFD through your NEMA network, that's going to be where you're going to find something like the HTML piece to be the best asset. So what that's going to do is that's going to allow you to control your MediaMaster unit from your MFD on your controls and be able to get into all of the feature set. All the units are NEMA compatible, so any of them that you can put on your NEMA backbone, the HTML is just going to give you even more in-depth as far as your control. Speaking of NEMA, they also have their NEMA remote, which is going to be this piece here. This actually connects in and is just solely a source volume. So you can have this controlled up by your helm if you have your MediaMaster tucked away remotely, if you have one of the hideaway units. This will allow you to control that on your NEMA backbone. The big thing that's really changed, that's been an innovation for the MediaMaster lineup, has been their app. So the nice thing about the app is that that's going to be available to allow you to control your source, your volume, and do your zone control. So as you can see, we've got it fired up here. This is going to work with any of the 55 or the 105 series units. So this is going to be really nice that you can control everything from your phone. So depending on how you're going to be using it, the size of your vessel, mounting location options, there is going to be a remote for the MediaMaster that's going to allow you to be able to control your music wherever you're at, how you want at that time. So that's been the overview and introduction of the new 55 series MediaMasters from JL Audio. As always, stay tuned as we bring you innovative products that fit your lifestyle.